we'll start with an opening statement.
Yeah, Long Beach State blistered the Nets tonight offensively. They performed at an elite level. We knew coming in they had some confidence. They got off to a 2-0 start in conference play. They had their struggles in November, but you can see it's a team that's clicking and playing with great confidence right now. And so we have to go back to work on the defensive side of the ball. There were some encouraging elements in terms of only having 10 turnovers, shooting the ball from the three-point line, which has hurt us at times this year in terms of the anemic numbers offensively from behind the arc. But this was about defense. You know, we weren't able to get enough stops, and we tried man, we tried zone, we tried some full court press, a number of different schemes on their pick and rolls, but we just didn't get the job done. We couldn't get enough stops, and that affects our offense. We don't get stops or shutouts, then it really limits our runouts in transition. We did close the gap, made it a one-possession game late through some opportunistic, full court pressing and knocking down some shots and getting some high percentage looks. But it was too little, too late. We didn't turn it on early enough, and that's a challenge for us, is sustaining our level of play. We played well in spurts this year, but we have a real difficulty in sustaining it. So back to the drawing board.
11 made threes, single game high. What does that say about what you've been preaching to guys and their confidence and their progress game to game, day to day?
Yeah, I think Benji's given us a shot in the arm in terms of, his ability to stretch defenses and knock down shots. And he gets his reps in on a daily basis. So it's good to see him rewarded from the hard work. But again, while we're encouraged by knocking down some shots, for us to be competitive, we're going to have to get better defensively and give credit to Long Beach State. They were tied together. They made the extra pass. They got downhill on us. They were very aggressive. That got them to the foul line, and they won that game as well, because there's games within games, whether it's points in the paint or it's, the free throw battle in terms of getting yourself the charity stripe and getting to the bonus sooner as they did in both halves. And that's because of their aggression in terms of attacking the paint. And so that's an aspect we're going to have to continue to get better at. I thought late we were more aggressive in terms of pushing the ball in transition and getting downhill, and some opportunistic threes, as I mentioned earlier. But pleased that Benji is making some shots for us, but we got to have more balance in our scoring. And again, puts a lot of pressure on your offense if you're not getting the stops or shutouts, which can lead to some runouts and some transition basketball. If you're always taking the ball to the net after your opponent scores, it's really difficult to get the numbers in transition that we want, that are favorable.
Before getting to the film, what else can you take away from this game? Looking forward to Fresno State on the road Saturday.
Well, I think, it's a season where we knew coming in that a lot of new pieces, 15 underclassmen, youngest team in school history for the second consecutive year, and 7 new pieces as well. And so we've been disjointed, and the hope is to get to a place where we have a more level or consistent performance. And that starts in practice. We got to watch some game film, do the drill work, get ready for Fresno State. And I think, we'll look at shaking up the lineup. We'll look at, doing some tweaks to our defensive schemes. And when you take a loss like this, it forces you to kind of use some ingenuity and resourcefulness and put your heads together with our staff and kind of explore ways that we can improve to elevate our defensive effort. And then obviously got to continue to build on our offensive rhythm and cohesiveness. So both ends of the floor, we really have to continue to improve dramatically if we hope to be competitive in conference play.